If you were a deeply religious person during medieval and Renaissance times, you might decide to join a religious order and devote your entire life to God. Men became monks and entered monasteries. Women became nuns and entered convents. Here they lived their lives studying religious texts, praying, and working. They also grew and prepared food for the order, taught children, cared for the sick and the poor, and fed the hungry. Many members of religious orders died as a result of caring for victims of the Black Death. Unlike most people, monks and nuns were well educated. Some monasteries became great centers of learning during medieval times. Religious scholars copied Christian religious texts as well as manuscripts from ancient times written in Latin and Greek. In later chapters, you will see how these manuscripts and the ideas they contained contributed to the revival of learning during the Renaissance. Eventually, universities grew up around religious schools. Subjects such as grammar, geometry, astronomy, and music were taught. Training in religion, law, and medicine was also offered. By the end of the 1400s, there were more than 80 universities in Western Europe. Unfortunately, universities did not permit women to attend. It was not until the late 1800s that some European and American universities admitted women. The Black Death made some people question their faith. Their prayers and visits to holy sites and other attempts to please God had not worked. People everywhere still kept dying. They felt that God had abandoned them. People also began to take a more critical attitude toward the church. The church was a wealthy institute. It owned 1/3 of the land in Europe, and the rent from this property was substantial. You will recall that the church also collected money in tithes. In addition, it received large sums of the estates of wealthy members. Like the newly wealthy merchant class, some members of the clergy got caught up in the enjoyment of the good life. Critics said that they were more interested in luxurious living than in spiritual values.